five. Make a hole. Make a hole. Make a hole. Make a hole.
I was expecting at least a one-round war. Who knew what Conor was capable of as far as cardio or whatever else after a 5-year layoff. And there you go. I mean, we're assuming blown ACL. I'm no doctor, but that's what I figured when I saw it, and doctors think the same thing too.
Nobody, and I mean nobody, expected Conor McGregor's comeback to end like this.
He tried a crazy move. He tried a jumping roundhouse kick. And when you're in that position, when you throw that jumping roundhouse kick, if you don't land in a good way with the supporting leg, you put so much pressure on that knee. He threw the kick, he jumped up, he threw it, and he landed his knee in the worst position.
It's like when we throw a kick, we do step off. You don't jump through the air and then land in the step off position as if it's opening your hips.
It pops. Blew his ACL. I mean, you can see it shift. He blew his ACL out with the very first movement he did. You don't do that.
We know Conor's lived hard for the last 5 years, but all that stuff pales in comparison to that he was experiencing. And I think that prompted him to react in a way that just led to that.
Well, it might have actually been the game plan to just charge out. And look, he threw the kick with the broken leg. He's got this titanium rod through the center of his tibia. That's the kick he threw. Maybe to prove that he can still kick with that leg.
After years of hype, countdowns, training clips, comeback promises, and endless debates across social media, the biggest name in MMA finally stepped back into the octagon.
Yeah, I mean, I had the man weak in the knees, I guess, so, all jokes aside, I just hope he's good, I know Conor been battling some stuff. Looked like he really been changing. He found God. He had his kids in there, so, during the fight, you could obviously tell his demeanor changed, And I was, shout out to the ref. I was trying to tell the ref sooner. Bro, he was talking about this 170 domain. I put in this 170 work. We worked our asses off here, especially after turning around so fast after that March fight, and to come back. I wanna feel this domain that he's talking about, this 170 Conor that he's talking about, this different world. That's what I want. So.
And before fans could even settle into their seats, it was over. 69 seconds. That's it. Not a 5-round war. Not a dramatic knockout. Not a legendary comeback. Just one awkward landing, one devastating injury. And suddenly the entire conversation around Conor McGregor changed overnight.
Conor McGregor was damn hurt taking off his shoe. Yep. Look at it. Look at it. Look at it. Oh, you just think he's all balanced? Look a little bit closer. Look at how his knee popped back into place. Just
night. But here's where things get interesting, because the fight itself isn't what has everyone talking anymore. It's everything that happened after. And trust me, this story gets stranger the deeper you look. Reports suggest McGregor entered UFC 329 feeling healthier than he had in years. He publicly insisted he had no injuries going into the fight, and later said the knee injury came completely out of nowhere. Then came the message that shocked even longtime fans. Instead of the usual confident, larger-than-life Conor everyone expected, he admitted he was in an incredibly dark place emotionally.
Years of age. Yes. Happy birthday to the mic.
Happy birthday.
We'll be back.
It matches your outfit, you.
We'll be back. Come on. Come on. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen. We'll be back. Let's go. Let's go. I know.
Describing the moment in words that instantly spread across every sports page and social media feed. Suddenly, this wasn't just another fight result. It became one of the most emotional moments of his career.
Ladies and gentlemen, I am absolutely devastated. UFC 329 just ended in a wet fart. As Conor McGregor, in the first second of the main event, sprinted toward Max Holloway, as we all held our hopes high in the air that this was the return of the Mac, that maybe, just maybe, potentially he could turn back the clock 10 years from 2026 to 2016 and show us one more time the magic of the Mystic Mac. He sprinted across the cage, took 2 or 3 steps, jumped, and performed a switch kick in midair landing on his right leg and knee, and it immediately buckled. He tore his ACL, potentially his meniscus, and the fight was essentially over before it even began. There was a little skirmish where Conor tried to tell Max to keep fighting, and referee Mike Beltran eventually just had to stop the fight because Conor couldn't even stand up. Why did he do this? Do we, the fans, have to once and for all say it's over? Conor McGregor is going to retire. His career is going to be over.
Meanwhile, Max Holloway wasn't celebrating the way many expected. Instead of taunting his longtime rival, Holloway reportedly tried encouraging the crowd to show McGregor respect and even revealed that during the stoppage, McGregor kept asking to continue fighting despite the injury.
Actually, seeing all this, my first thought would be a meniscus tear, specifically that lateral meniscus because of him grabbing on the outside of his knee. The menisci are the two little cushion cartilage that help to stabilize the knee, distribute the weight throughout the knee, and they can absolutely get injured when there is a landing and a twisting mechanism. And then whenever you continue to put weight on it, it continues to hurt. That can continue to cause the muscles to want to inhibit and shut down and then make your knee buckle. They showed this on the broadcast like right after the fight was over, basically showing McGregor when he was weighing in. You see, again, we're worried about his right leg. And as he goes to take that right shoe off, he kind of stumbles, but then very clearly doesn't want to put a bunch of weight down on that right leg. And they brought this up as like, well, we don't want to speculate if he was injured going into the fight. But this absolutely, to me, looks like somebody who was dealing with something on that right knee, didn't want to put their weight down on it to brace and catch their fall. I think that would even be more likely to be something like a meniscus. He could have been dealing with a meniscus injury before coming into the fight. When he threw that kick, landed, twisted, that aggravated things. So I would still have something like a meniscus injury number one. Absolutely though, an ACL, just because we don't see that shift doesn't mean that an ACL hasn't occurred. Just pointing out that we don't classically see it here to where I can say 100%. That's exactly what.
That single detail completely changed how many fans viewed the ending. Online discussion exploded. Some fans argued it showed unbelievable heart. Others questioned whether the fight should have continued at all. Then Dana White entered the conversation, saying doctors initially believed McGregor had suffered a serious ACL injury.
Into this Conor McGregor fight, how can you not be speculating that he came in already hurt? There's a lot of fishy stuff that make you think the UFC knew about it and literally scammed their fans. Listen, so you might have seen the clip already blowing up of him walking out, slipping off his shoes, clearly not wanting to put any weight on his foot, hobbles slightly. That's interesting. Maybe he just got off balance, sure, but then why did the same thing happen when he took his shoes off a few days ago in the weigh-ins? He had no balance then. Why was McGregor spotted at a Newport pain management facility 3 days before the fight? And there was no aura in his walkout. I'm sorry, it did feel off. McGregor tweeted out it's nonsense for anyone to say that, but he looked old and defeated before stepping in the octagon. And to come out with a huge leg kick like that, I get it, you're trying to make a statement, but McGregor, you're 37 years old now with a history of leg injuries. That's not smart unless it was a cover-up to get out of there ASAP. Still collect the $30 million check. Maybe my lip reading is off, but does Holloway say why the would you come out to McGregor after the fight ended? Dana White didn't seem disappointed after the fight. He's usually always down when his main event doesn't deliver. Of course, I know there's clips of him pre-fight looking smooth, throwing leg kicks just fine. Yeah, if there's a partial tear, you can do most of anything with a little bit of discomfort. And maybe McGregor did get hurt and just made it worse in this moment, but I don't know. There is no way he was not already dealing with something. Let me know what you guys think though down below.
The debate raged. Should fighters be forced into complete medical transparency, or is the financial pull of a McGregor main event too massive for anyone to ever pull the plug?
It just sucks, bro.
And now the internet's so stupid. Now they're all like showing clips saying like he was injured before. He went out and said he wasn't.
He wasn't, bro. He works with my guy Tim Grover. Just answer this. Was he hurt before the fight?
Yeah.
He's like, absolutely not. So that's complete bullshit. So we're debunking that shit right now.
Although official medical updates were still developing at the time, almost immediately the internet split into different camps. One side believed this could finally be the end of McGregor's legendary fighting career. Another insisted writing him off had become the biggest mistake people keep making. And just when everyone thought the headlines had reached their peak, another twist arrived. Fighters from across the MMA world started reacting. Some offered support. Some admitted they were heartbroken watching such a highly anticipated comeback disappear almost instantly. Others bluntly questioned whether McGregor's body could withstand another return after years of setbacks. Fans started connecting dots from his broken leg against Dustin Poirier, the canceled Michael Chandler fight,
McGregor just injured his right knee in his very first fight after 5 years tonight against Max Holloway. So as soon as the fight started, Conor goes up for a jumping kick, lands awkwardly on his right leg, and you can immediately see his right knee give out, and the commentators note that it looks like he injured it right away. From there, it all goes downhill as he tries to stand, he tries to do a few more kicks, a few more strikes. He immediately points at his leg and even goes down again. So going into the fight, throughout his walkout and while he's outside of the ring, he already looked like not himself. His face looked kind of concerned, and as he was taking off his shoes, it looks like his balance was even off. So that was like one of those replays out there showing where it seems like he might have had a prior injury to this right knee. It's very unlikely, just throwing the very first strike in the fight, that one movement was what injured his knee. Most likely with some of these types of injuries, there's a pre-existing injury, and as we all know, 5 years ago he broke his leg in his fight against Dustin Poirier. But tonight it seems like him looking concerned, he might have already had something that he knew about, and it was just a matter of time until he fully injured that right knee. So very unfortunate that it went this way, because we were all excited to see him and Max Holloway in this rematch, and it was the main event in the fight. So it's very unfortunate that it ended this way, and we'll see if he's able to come back from this.
Now this latest injury. Social media quickly filled with theories suggesting every attempted comeback somehow keeps ending before it truly begins. Of course, none of those theories prove anything, but they fueled days of non-stop debate. Then another headline grabbed attention. Reports surfaced that despite the devastating result, UFC 329 still generated record business numbers, proving that whether people love him or criticize him, Conor McGregor remains one of the biggest attractions in combat sports. Think about that for a second. Tens of thousands of fans packed the arena for a main event that lasted barely over a minute. Yet the event still became one of the promotion's biggest financial successes. That's the McGregor effect.
Conference, he came running out of the back and ran right up to him and stopped abruptly and, squared off with him. They were pushing foreheads, and
I'm just wondering if something happened within the last 24 hours. I don't see it on the landing, the actual landing of that flying.
Yeah, I wouldn't know that, but I didn't see, the doctors checked him out before they fight, and he looked damn good at the press conference, and he looked fine at the weigh-ins.
It's just a question of getting paid if you step in the cage.
What's that?
The question of getting paid as you step in the cage was.
Well, listen. If anybody saw anything that could have possibly made him look weak or injured leading up to this fight, I mean, what the fucking face-off do? 44 million in 24 hours? More than 44 million views. Somebody would have saw something. Anybody see something? No, if they did, they didn't.
Even when things fall apart, everyone is still watching. But here's where the conversation shifted again. Instead of disappearing completely after the injury, McGregor recently shared a positive update with fans. In a video released after UFC 329, he appeared upbeat and delivered a short but powerful message: "We'll be back." That simple sentence immediately reignited debate about whether retirement is actually on the table or whether another comeback is already being planned. Some medical analysts looking at the footage suggested there were encouraging signs, though they also stressed that no definitive diagnosis could be made simply from a video, and that recovery timelines depend entirely on the final medical evaluation. Then, another unexpected headline landed. Machine Gun Kelly, whose public history with McGregor stretches back years, reignited their rivalry with fresh social media comments following UFC 329, reminding everyone that in the celebrity world, even an MMA injury can spill into entertainment headlines. But that's not the only surprise. Even while sidelined from competition, McGregor's schedule of...
I did the UFC podcast before I came here, and me and Wonderboy was talking about it. Even with him walking into the octagon, it didn't seem, it just didn't seem like the same Conor, Like, I thought he was straight there to fight, but like I thought he'd be a little bit more rowdy, a little bit more crazy. He looked like really, really calm, like super calm. So I was just kind of like, oh wow, let's see how this goes. And then of course I knew he was gonna attack me with something, and it was that kick. So it sucks.
Yeah. I mean, you called for the trilogy, right? I'm sure there's several million reasons why that would make sense to you. But, I mean, is there any part of you that's like, I don't know if that really does make sense to go fight that guy?
Nah, bro. He was talking about this 170 domain I put in this 170 work. We worked our asses off here, especially after turning around so fast after that March fight, and to come back. I wanna feel this domain that he's talking about, this 170 Conor that he's talking about, this different world. That's what I want. So I know I want to see what his injury is, and as for me, I'm down to come back 2027. With that March fight and this fight, I know I came out unscathed, but I owe my family some time. I owe my wife and my son some time, some family time. So that's why I focus. You guys are going to see Bless return in 2027.
Appears far from empty. Reports indicate he's set to host a new combat sports competition series connected with BKFC, showing that even if he's temporarily out of the cage, he isn't stepping away from the spotlight. And here's the twist almost nobody saw coming. While everyone debates McGregor's future, the UFC landscape keeps moving. New stars continue rising, with Paddy Pimblett receiving enormous attention after UFC 329, and some commentators suggesting the promotion may already be building its next global superstar. That doesn't mean McGregor has been replaced, it simply means the sport never stops evolving. At the same time, speculation about potential future opponents refuses to disappear. Some fans still want to see the long-discussed Michael Chandler fight if McGregor recovers. Others believe a Holloway trilogy now makes more sense because the rematch ended without giving fans the competitive battle everyone expected. There has even been public discussion about whether Dustin Poirier could be tempted into another fight under the right circumstances, though that's purely speculative at this stage. So where does this leave Conor McGregor? That's the million-dollar question. Is UFC 329 the heartbreaking final chapter of one of MMA's greatest careers? Or is it simply another obstacle in a career that has always thrived on impossible comebacks? Right now, nobody outside McGregor and his team truly knows. What we do know is that the conversation has become much bigger than a 69-second fight. It's about resilience, legacy, expectations, and whether one of combat sport's biggest icons has one more unforgettable chapter left to write. And maybe that's the biggest twist of all. The fight ended almost instantly, but the story somehow became even bigger after the final bell. So now the question is yours. If Conor McGregor returns one more time, would you want to see him complete the trilogy with Max Holloway, finally face Michael Chandler? Or do you think UFC 329 was the moment that quietly changed the future of the sport forever?